Have you ever felt like you were standing on the edge of the biggest decision of your life, wishing you could get just one last piece of advice from someone you've lost forever? Have you ever wondered if the person standing beside you is truly the right one, or if you're missing something that could change everything? If so, then Sarah's story is exactly what you need to hear today, not because sometimes the people who are no longer with us can see our future more clearly than we can. Sarah had not stepped into the old attic in 20 years. Dust floated in the golden beams of sunlight as she pushed open the creaking door. She came to find an old photo album, but what she found instead froze her in place. There, on a wooden trunk, lay a sealed envelope with her name on it. Her grandmother's handwriting. Her grandmother, the woman who had raised her, loved her, guided her, had been gone for 5 years. Seeing her name written in that familiar script made Sarah's breath catch. The envelope was dated exactly 3 days before Sarah's wedding. And her wedding was tomorrow. Sarah's hands trembled. Should I open it? She whispered to herself. A message from the dead on the night before her biggest decision in life. What if it changed everything? She broke the seal. The very first line made her heart stop. My dearest Sarah, if you're reading this, you're about to make the biggest mistake of your life. Sarah's knees weakened. Mistake? Her grandmother had never met David. She had been too sick when Sarah introduced him. How could she call her marriage a mistake? Her heart pounded as she continued reading. My child, I loved your grandfather. He was charming, respected, and everyone adored him. But behind closed doors, he was someone else. I spent 40 years in a beautiful prison. I never wanted that life for you. Sarah swallowed hard. Her grandmother rarely spoke of the past, never like this. She read on. When I fell ill, I worried. I worried you might be walking into a life you couldn't walk out of. So I hired a private investigator to watch David, not to judge him, but to protect you. Sarah felt cold. The letter continued. The proof is in the blue box under my old bed. Go look. Her heart now raced faster than her footsteps as she dashed downstairs. She pulled the blue box from beneath the bed, just where the letter said it would be. She opened it. Inside were photographs. Dozens of them, but not of betrayal. Not of secrets. Not of another woman. In every picture, David was doing something good quietly, without anyone watching. Helping at homeless shelters. Carrying groceries for elderly neighbors. Reading stories to children in the hospital. Buying food for a struggling family outside a supermarket. Sarah's hand covered her mouth as tears gathered in her eyes. At the bottom of the box was one final note, written in her grandmother's soft, careful handwriting. Sarah, if you are holding these pictures, then David passed the test. He does good not for praise, not for attention, but because kindness lives in his heart. Marry him, my darling, with my blessing, with my love. I will be smiling from above. The letter slipped from Sarah's fingers as tears finally fell. Her grandmother gone, but still protecting her, still guiding her, still loving her. The next morning, when the wedding music began and Sarah walked down the aisle, she felt something she hadn't felt in days. Peace, clarity, in her grandmother's presence. Warm as sunlight, she understood now love is not proven in grand gestures. It is revealed in the moments when no one is watching. And Sarah walked toward David with confidence, knowing she was stepping into a future her grandmother had blessed. So, take a close look at the people in your life. Not at what they show to the world, but at what they do when they think no one is watching. True character isn't proven by grand gestures or loud promises, but by the quiet kindness that expects nothing in return. If you have found someone who does good without asking for applause, hold on to them tight. because that is the only kind of love that truly lasts.